Hello again, everyone. Hope you're all well on this Thursday afternoon, and it's raining. Hadn't seen rain in a while, so I'm okay with that. I'm just ready for fall weather. I just want the fall temperatures to come in because still been in the 80s in the afternoons, and I'm really done with that. I mean, we're almost done with September, so come on, fall. I think it's supposed to be cooler here in the next few days. I hope, maybe after this rain. Anyway, I have a big breaking story that came out earlier today. Now, the main news, of course, is not talking about this very much. It's very quiet, but a urgent, sudden meeting has been called for early next week of top brass, top generals and admirals of the U.S. military to fly into Washington, D.C. for a meeting. Very short notice, very urgent. So that raises a lot of questions. Why? I'm going to go into that. Are we about to see a big war? Something else, something going on here in the homeland? I'll go into that. I also have some other interesting news items I want to go through here. I have a terrific passage I'm going to share with you towards the end of the video, so stay tuned for that as well. First, on some news items, I saw this yesterday, or the day, might have been the day before, where it said that federal prosecutors are indicting former FBI Director James Comey. Frankly, I was surprised to hear it because I think that's the first somewhat big fish supposedly under indictment by this administration's Justice Department. Now, the last I heard, it said something about lied to Congress or something like that, so they're indicting him with some federal charges. Now, personally, I think this will go nowhere. This will go absolutely, and I'll admit it if I'm wrong, of course. But, I hope I'm wrong. But I believe this will go absolutely, this will not, it'll just disappear. I don't even know why they come out with this, Anyway. Still waiting on other indictments. Where are all the other big fish? It's running around. Also, Trump said earlier, I think it was earlier today, he said that the radical left is the cause of all the political violence that we are seeing. We are seeing a lot of political violence, y'all. And he said the radical left is responsible for this. They are the problem, not the right. And it's going to get worse. I agree there, too. And ultimately, it's going to come back on them. It's going to go back on them, the left. I have to agree with that. Yeah, I think he's right there. Let's go to the UK. Starmer, their, what is he? I guess he's a prime minister. They're about to require all adults in the United Kingdom to own a government-issued digital ID, y'all. This is allegedly to, quote-unquote, stop the boats. Stop the boats. Whatever that means. Maybe that means, the only thing I can figure is to stop the illegal immigration coming in. Into the UK, maybe. Coming in on boats. I don't know. But digital IDs, y'all, what do you think about that? You know what my answer would be? Absolutely not. No. Not happening. Are we not in or near the end times? You have to wonder, right? I know, no, we don't know the day, the hour, but we can sure see signs. We can see what's coming, and we know we've been told what to look for. I know. What do y'all think about that? Also, Russia foreign minister said today, this guy, what's his name? Lavrov, the Russian minister for Russia, said that NATO and the European Union, through the Ukraine's hands, have declared war on Russia and are directly participating in it. Okay. Yeah, he's right. He's right there. He's not. I don't think he's. I don't think that's a false statement. The question is, what happens next? What happens next? Now, I'm going from that story right into the main one here. Pete Hegseth, the United States Secretary of War, not the Secretary of Defense now, they changed that. It's called the Secretary of War. Hegseth is ordering a rare, urgent meeting of hundreds of generals and admirals from all over the world to come in to Virginia next week, early next week. Now, I heard a rumor that it's Tuesday, but who knows for sure. But from all over the world now, it said that if you are a brigadier general and above, you are required to come to this meeting in person next week. Short notice, urgent and rare meeting without a clear reason. They're not giving, the topic is unclear. Now, of course, this is leading to a lot of concern and confusion. A lot of chatter is that it has something to do with the administration's desire to cut up to 20% of top brass in the United States military, generals, admirals, and such. Is this the reason for this meeting, that all these generals, this is hundreds, they're going to fly into Washington, into Virginia, and have this in-person meeting? Is that the reason? I don't know. If it was about firings, can you do that by conference? Or does make you wonder what's the deal. Again, the topic is unclear. Highly unusual for a physical gathering of this magnitude all in one place of so many top brass. It's been many years since this has happened. We're talking about around 800 generals and admirals in the United States military from across the world. Is this all about a purge? I don't know. My first reaction is no on that reason. Did say that the current administration has a new national defense strategy where they're making the defense of the homeland more of a top priority, as opposed to having such a being spread out, having our military so spread out all over the world. Yet we have bases in every corner of this world, y'all. I mean, literally, and in between. So what happens to that? I mean, we're like ancient Rome. We're spread out so much. I would say we're overextended. We've probably been like that for a long time, for many years. And so, what's the deal with that? Is it about the European war, where it looks like every day we get closer to a direct kinetic conflict between United States / NATO and Russian forces? I mean, Lavrov, the foreign minister, he just came out and said it plain English. He said, well, plain as day, NATO and NATO and European Union have declared war on us. A couple of days ago, Trump said very plainly that we are not going to stop. We're going to actually increase our shipment, our supplying of Ukraine with weapons, the best stuff, not the old stuff, with weapons that will do the job, that will help, that will actually ensure victory over the Russian military, eject them from the areas in the Ukraine that they have taken over the last 3 years of this war. Is it about that? That comes to mind. Is it about that plus a lot of other things, maybe? To our south, we have a huge military force down there off of Venezuela, in that area. There's a lot of rumor, there's a lot of chatter, a lot of reporting about how the United States is about to hit them hard as far as the cartels and go after Maduro, the president of Venezuela, the dictator there, and that they want him. They want to take him out. put in somebody that's pro-Western, pro-United States, and in addition to that, hit these cartels from Venezuela all the way up into Mexico to our southern border, y'all. That's the reporting that's going on. Is that going to happen? I mean, we have a lot of Navy down there. We have a lot of assets in that area, and it's like they're poised to strike. So is it about that too? China? You know, every corner of the world there's something happening. There's a powder keg in every corner, it seems like. And I think it's just a matter of when somebody pushes the wrong button, or there's a misunderstanding. I saw also where this almost every day the United States is scrambling fighter jets to go up and intercept Russian warplanes over Alaska or right near Alaska. So that's happening a lot more recently. So it would be dangerously easy for some incident to just set it off. That's my concern. And then it could just spiral from there if we aren't careful. I've said it before. I'll say it again. I'll say it many times. Is that at least the trajectory that we have been on, y'all. Gonna wake up one morning, all hell will have breaking loose. Yeah, I really do. And like I said, I mean, you know, the majority of people are absolutely oblivious to this. The normies will be in absolute shock, and they will be pissed off because they aren't prepared. They have no iota of preparation. No extra food, no extra water, no preparation for a lights out, loss of electricity situation, even short term. What do you think? Share your thoughts on this. Let's keep up our spiritual prep. That is number one, because ultimately I believe that, number one, this is a spiritual battle, not just in the United States. I think that's really in the United States as well, as far as this, people call it left versus right. I mean, you know, physically, yes, but I mean, I think that ultimately that is actually a spiritual warfare. I've said it many times, and in widen out that scale on a worldwide stage, we have a real powder keg on our hands too, as well. That could directly affect us. Don't think that if we have a direct war with Russia, now, can you imagine? That we will not be touched here on our soil? Do you think? I mean, a lot of people have that notion that, oh, that's over there, dog. I'm doing my thing here. I'm getting ready for the Halloween parties, you know, the football games and all. And yeah, I watch it too. I watch football games, but I think people should be keeping up and keep an eye on what's going on, you know. Hey, you can watch this in other channels that we keep you updated, right? That's what we do. But anyway, I'm going to go to a passage before I ramble too much here. People like click off like, all right, dude. Anyway. This is a reminder verse, y'all. This is such a good one. It's one of the most profound things from the words of Jesus. We are in John, the book of John, chapter 14, zeroing in on verse 6. Now, right before this, he's talking to his disciples, and he's saying, "I'm going away. I'm leaving you," the disciples. And Thomas said to him, "Lord, we do not know where you are going. How do we know the way?" Jesus said to him, "I am the way and the truth and the life. No one comes to the Father except through me." Amen. Plain and simple right there. He is laying it on the line, saying that he is the way. We only get there through him. But that will happen. We follow him, believe in him, and we have a way there to where he will be. He says it right there, y'all. To me, that's ultra encouraging. And we say it many times here to follow, keep following Jesus, keep close, stay close to Jesus every day. He is the key. Let's stay in prayer. Let's stay in prayer, y'all. Let's stay alert. Let's keep up our preparations. Like I said, spiritual prep is number one, y'all. That's just above and beyond. And, that's number one. We have to have that. Beyond that, it's sprinkles. That's up to you. I mean, it can be financial. It can be physical. It can be your food, your water, your medical, all those things, your security. It may look a little different for everybody, but the basics, at least your toiletries. You can go into a lot of things like that. Somebody made a comment and asked me to do a video about how to prepare. But I've been getting a lot of new viewers and subscribers, and I haven't really gone into depth about that lately, but I will soon. So hang in there, and we'll do a video about that as well. It's been a while since I've gone more into detail about that kind of stuff, and I've done that before and talked about how we have done it and how we started from just basically nothing, from having nothing in the house, to where, what are we going to eat now? We got to get something on the way home to where we wouldn't have to worry about that for a while. So I'll go into that. But anyway, I appreciate it. I appreciate you. Like I said, let's be safe out there and stay close to Jesus. God bless you. I will see you soon.